So Ramesh, we both just got back after driving the Nexon EV.
Yes, and this is what the car which has made EV accessible. In fact, Nexon has a market share of 70%, and
Yes.
if it was not for Tata Nexon, then EVs would not be as popular as it is today.
It's just amazing how it's growing.
And changing the EV Nexon, which has been so popular, having sold 500,000 cars, into this is something very different.
And it's quite impressive the changes they have made. So shall we get to the review?
Let's start the review. The usual exterior first.
The first thing that attracts me is the front bumper. It is very you can differentiate between the IC cars and the EVs, and the light that is you have that goodbye and welcome signature light.
This is a human touch which Tata has done, which is very welcome.
Yes.
In fact, the X matrix lights at the rear
Is also very touching, and it just connects with the customer, so that's very nice.
The quality is improved. I like the inserts, that it's made 2% efficient on the side skirts, and the overall aerodynamics of the car. It looks more futuristic,
And I'm very surprised because this looks very conceptual. So they have tried to bring the whole conceptual idea of the design to reality, and they have done it quite well.
Yes. With all the LED and all of them put together, I think overall we would give a big thumbs up to the design. Don't you think so?
On the front, it just looks very futuristic, and it just the sloping roofline also adds to the part, making the car look much more longer. So that's a good part.
What's your favorite part, front or the rear?
Front, for sure.
I would go with the rear lights because I think that's something very different. It will make Tata stand out. So what next then? Interiors? Let's start with interiors.
Yes. First up, both seats are ventilated in the front, and that's a very good thing.
That's a very welcome thing for our climate because it's a tropical country, so that's a very good thing.
Yes. And then you look in front, you have the 10.2-inch instrument cluster.
And it's very, very clear, very, very crystal clear.
Yes.
I think the resolution is very crisp, no latency.
They have the Arcade EV, which while you're charging or stuck in traffic, you can just stream OTT platforms, listen to your music, and even play games.
You can't watch movies while the car is on the go.
Yes.
Because don't forget
Safety important. Tata always focuses on safety.
You can actually download any app. I tried downloading Hotstar, I tried downloading Netflix. You can download anything, and
Prime
this
Video.
resolution
It's very
looks very, very smartphone type.
The steering wheel, the
The
illuminating
new
logo.
of course. How can it turn? I think the future, I was having a conversation with Martin today. In the future, we might have that place where the Tata illuminates, where the moment you step in, you might have more information, like for example, a navigation map being seen there.
One thing that I found very uncomfortable was the horn. I couldn't access it.
Yeah, you have to access it, yeah.
You
have
need
to really
get
press
used
hard for
to
that,
it.
correct.
Yes. A tall person like me would have very little space and the headroom as well, but I have to understand that it's a sloping roofline, so that's totally fine. But very important is the seats are quite comfortable.
Seats are quite comfortable.
And that's the most important.
The way it has been designed, the seat materials, they are all sustainable. They have breathed off this thing, but they have missed the middle passenger headrest and the magazine
holders. Yes, that's something that obviously I would love.
We are magazine people, so
yeah, of course.
we would love to see our magazines being placed there.
Of course. And then going to the back, to the rear, it's a 350-liter boot space.
Shall we talk about driving?
What do you think about it?
I think with the Gen 2, this is really a big step up. If you drive enthusiastically, it's a very peppy car to drive.
Yes, for sure. I feel the handling is so smooth, the suspensions and the balancing of the car, I like it for sure. Maneuvering over like the city roads is quite easy.
The ground clearance is amazing. When it comes to turning in and driving fast, at speed at about 85, 100, you will not get that full confidence to go full out.
And with that, I also feel that when you're driving at high speeds, I felt that the brakes were not that hard enough. It was little soft. The acceleration, when I talk about it, I love it.
Did you try the Hey Tata prompt?
Yes. Oh my God.
I'm still digesting. They could have given Hey Nexon, because Hey Tata means you're calling out a family member.
Plus, you also have so many languages, and you can talk in any language, Indian language.
That's become a standard across
Yes.
all cars. If you see, this is something which has become like a staple, right?
Correct, yes.
And the C-type charging with 45 watt we missed.
Yes.
It's also a very good thing because that
Yes.
doesn't come with all the cars. So in terms of driving, I would give that it's a...
It's decent. So tell me something. What do you think about the battery and range?
See, the battery is, now you get two options. Medium range is 30 kilowatt and long range is 40.5 kilowatt. You get 325 kilometers as a
Yes.
range and 465 kilometers as a WLTP range. They made these models very uncomplicated. Now, earlier, I remember those days when you used to have ZXI Plus,
I
ZXI,
can't.
VXI Plus.
I could never remember.
I mean, this is an engineer's word, right? Now, this is a consumer word.
Yes.
So when you make it empowered, fearless, all of that, you tend to again connect. And the biggest thing, I think, which is a big thing, is the vehicle to vehicle.
I agree.
Because-
you need it.
And but then how do we conclude? Like, we have said almost everything.
I love it, to be honest. I mean, I have no complaints with the car.
Overall, I think the Nexon is in a very, very good shape and size. This is a car which will appeal to a lot of masses, and I personally like because this is going to push the EV future because this is
lot
going to make
more.
the price points accessible. The moment you step in, you see the screen resolution, I mean, you see the 465 range. I mean, you think that
You're sold
life
out
is good.
right there.
I think we would give Tata Nexon EV decent thumbs up.
Yeah. I
They-
give 2 thumbs up, you can give decent. I like
I just wait for the pricing
And that
because without
decides
that the
whole.
verdict is not there.
Yeah.
Let's drive the next one then, shall
Yeah.
we? Come.
Let's see.